So hi everybody, I am delighted to be joined by Harry Williams. Now Harry, he's well excited today because he's got himself a new audio and light setup. We had a bit of a chat and he got himself a new camera, new lights, new everything just to be on today's show. How are you doing, Harry?
Yeah, oh well, thanks. As you said, I'm chuffed with everything and how it's turned up. I mean, if any of you saw the trailer for this interview and compared me and Steven's quality, I'm sure you'd understand why.
No, I just think that Father Christmas arrived early and he gave you some prezzies. That's what it was, Harry. And you just needed an excuse and say, well, I saw Stephen's stream of his nice camera. I want one of those. So,
Yeah,
first of all, I'm delighted to have you come join us on our Facebook group, CRM for Property Success. And I really appreciate you taking the time out to share some of your insights and content and knowledge with our community. I thought what would be really useful is to maybe understand a little bit about you, what you do, maybe the role in your business, and something about you. Feel free to share that with us. Over to you, buddy.
perfect. So yeah, I run basically it's a virtual network company at heart, with the goal to help investors and homeowners save time and money. So the way we've started is we're HW Property Solutions. We've got HW Property Network as a sort of off tree business, and what we do is we set up WhatsApp groups and build communities so that people in property can connect, and build their business and benefit all around. And it's all done virtually because with everything that's gone on this year, it's the only way network companies can survive. So we came straight into the market virtually. So that's one of the reasons why I think we're doing incredibly well.
And that's awesome. So, really great to have you here. But one of the things that I thought was really useful was that you reached out to me and you said, you know what, Stephen, one of the areas that I really specialise is in building online communities. And I thought that was really important, particularly, you know, we're all in property here together, and why building an online community is going to be really beneficial to your property business. And just maybe some thoughts from our end. You need to build your awareness and build up your profile because you need want to be sharing with everybody what it is that you do, but more importantly, to build your credibility. But of course, that's great, and it's easy to say that, but how do you go about doing that? And I thought it would be really great by having you on to sort of understand how you went from zero to where you are now. And by the way, what sort of numbers are there in your community at the moment?
So we're probably pushing about 20,000 at the moment,
Well, hold on a
across
second.
all
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
platforms.
whoa, whoa. Was that 20,000?
Yeah, about 20,000. A lot of people have, the way I do it, a lot of people have large communities. But the thing they don't realize, and something that I really push, is it's not your net worth. Your network's your net worth. I mean, I believe in the same, but not fully. I mean, you've got to have an effective network is your net worth, because what a lot of people don't understand is, yes, it's good to have connections, people in the groups, people on WhatsApp chats, but unless you're connecting with them, what's the point? You're not going to get any business done, and you're not going to grow.
So, but the bit that sort of blows my mind is you went from zero to 20,000. Can you give us maybe a time frame of how you, from a standing start to where you are now, how long has it taken you to
So
build that?
we've done it in about, it's well, at the end of this month it'll be 8 months, and it's simply by it's habits. I mean, I did a 90-day challenge with the aim to create these habits and to keep them going. And what you realize is when you start doing small, simple things that people think, well, that's easy enough to do, but aren't doing, it snowballs and it has a massive effect. And that's what I've seen over these last 8 months. I want the aim's about 50,000 by September next year. And I can see us getting there quite quickly, to be honest, with the explosion that's happening at the moment.
That's great. So it would be great maybe to hear from you is, well, why do you need to build a network for your property business? It'd be great to get your take on it.
Well, look, a lot of people are in different areas of property. I mean, depending on what area of property you're in, kind of really depends on what community you need. And that's a lot of that. That's another thing a lot of people don't look at. Each different platform that you build will have a different effect on your business. But for the reason why, property is a people's business in every aspect. If you're a sourcer, you need to start finding deals and investors. You'll also need power teams. If you're an investor, you'll need the same thing. I mean, investors need other investors' money to grow and scale their portfolio. CRM for you, for instance, you need to find people who you can work with together to help them systemize their business better. So everyone in property needs people, and it's just about building the network so that you have those people around you.
I think they often say that if you want to get there fast, you go it alone, and if you want to get there further, and as in basically getting your traction, you do it together. And
Yeah.
I think this is a really good example in terms of we are both in the same sort of groups and communities. You've got some great knowledge and insight in terms of building online communities. I'm a systems guy, but I also recognize the fact that actually if you've got no community to actually market to or to raise your awareness, build your credibility, then it's going to be very difficult. I mean, it's like Billy Bates got no mates. So
Yeah.
let's rock into the core of it. I mean, I want my community members here to really get some value in terms of, so how do you go about creating a personal brand that does all that great stuff?
Well, look, I was speaking about this a couple of days ago with a friend of mine, and what we covered was the first thing you've got to have is people to sort of share your personal brand with. A lot of people pitch that the idea of building a personal brand is you've just got to start sending out content. But if there's no one there to share it with, there's no point of sending it out. You may have 10 friends on Facebook, but them 10 friends are going to see the content day in and day out, and only them 10 friends are going to be able to do anything about it. So I'd say the first step is you need to build either communities if you want to go down that route, or just start connecting with people. I mean, it's so easy. It's a morning ritual of mine. I connect with loads of people on Facebook, on WhatsApp, and LinkedIn every single morning. I get up, it's one of the first things I do, just because I know the more connections I have, and then when I'm messaging these connections, bringing people into my network, and property's a numbers game. So yeah, the first step is connecting with people.
And actually, when you mention about connecting with people, it may be that when you're connecting or you're looking for sort of IDB people to form those relationships with, it may be the investors for deals that you're looking to sell or to share or package up. But I think one of the biggest benefits of actually having a connected network is that whether there are power team members or specialists. So I remember you reaching out to me earlier on. You said, Stephen, I've seen one of your videos or one of your streams on a different community here. It seems like, you guys eat, drink and sleep CRMs. It would be great if you could share some content with us. And that's how our friendship, our relationship was built up. I mean, is that what you find is sometimes when you go fishing, you're looking for one particular type of fish, but it's the actual discipline every day you go fishing. You don't know what you're going to catch. Ideally, you're looking for this particular fish, but actually it's not about picking up just that particular connection here or there, but it's about this, again, raising your profile, building your awareness, building your credibility so that people can see your face. So it's not just a one-trick pony.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it is about finding people and connecting. You've got to have an end goal with networking. You can't go out there pointlessly. Everyone thinks, yeah, I'll do 2 hours a day of networking. But if they don't plan out what they're looking for, they won't go about it the right way. One of the things that I also like to tell people right at the start is a lot of people are scared to put themselves in the camera. The best way to build a personal brand is videos. It's the best way. Share your story. That's the best way. People are scared to put themselves in the camera. But what I want to point out to people, and a lot of your viewers may think this is a simple thing, but there are some people who don't do this. And when you implement this, it works. Liking and commenting. Okay. It sounds dead simple, but I can tell you from experience, I know if someone likes my post every day for 10 days, I know who that person is. So when they approach me, I already know they're following me. Same with commenting. If someone comments on my post 10 times, I know who that person is. That's a form of networking these days. Using social media and just liking and commenting on people's posts, that's a form of networking, and that's the baby steps of getting into networking, but it is very effective.
Yeah, I remember the other day actually that I was going on to someone else's stream, and you're commenting live, and when someone makes a comment, whether it actually happens on the live event or even during the replay a couple of hours afterwards, the fact that someone has made the effort to give you those comments and all you have to do is just like them, it's just quite nice. I think it's that dopamine effect where you're engaging, your content is actually connected with somebody and they are engaging with you, the to and fro of that good energy. Would you say the same?
You feel valued. I mean, that's the simplest way. You feel valued, and that value, that feeling that you get, will stick with you, and you will remember the person who made that feeling happen. I mean, the best way to do it is open questions. If you're not into putting photos out or videos, comment an open question. That was a great refurb. How much did it cost? Get a conversation going, because then again, taking it to the next level, when you have a conversation with people after you've liked and commented on their photos a couple of times, then you're going to gain a lot more rapport in their mind. They're going to see you as someone who's looking to learn. And I mean, it's just so simple. It drives me insane how simple it is, but people think networking is this really hard concept. It's as simple as a like and a comment. People network every day. They just don't realize it.
And maybe a good share would be is I think you and I only connected about 3-4 months ago. We have to give a big shout out to Jack. So Jack, this is a shout out for you and all of the community at the Penn Network. I was speaking at that event on CRM systems, that's our bag. You'd watch that, and at that point I didn't know who you were. You reached back to me, and that was the common starting point. That was all online. We didn't do any of this face to face, but everything starts with a conversation. What are your thoughts?
Well, look, speaking about Jack, I engaged with him on text. I'd like his posts. I do it that way, and now I talk. That's the only way I work with him closely. I mean, it's those first initial steps, meeting people, talking to people, that really build that rapport. And that's, like you said, that's how you do it. That's how we would never have connected if I wasn't on that event. We'd never have connected if I'd gone on your channel, stalked you a little bit, and had a look at your Facebook page and check some of the things out. It probably wouldn't have happened. But the fact you put yourself out there, and I acknowledged it, and I saw that you were keen to do, you were confident enough to do videos, made me want to work with you, and made me want to do stuff like this together.
That's great stuff. What I'd like to do is now turn the conversation over to your speciality, which is building this online community. Got a great question that's coming in, which was, what's the best platforms for virtual networking? But more importantly, how do you use each of them effectively? I think this is definitely your bag. Over to you, buddy.
Right. So it's a great question. The problem is it's personal. It's personal to each person is different. So I'll give you a couple of examples. If you're looking for joint venture finance, so you're looking for someone to invest in, you're looking to raise finance, you're a property investor, what I probably recommend is you need to build a professional brand on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is more of a professional platform. Obviously, you can put personal stuff up, but keep it more professional. Whereas Facebook is more personal. If you were looking to raise finance, I suggest both, because an investor wants to see your hard skills and they also want to get to know you. So that's that way. Where it's building, say you're looking to source deals, Facebook again and LinkedIn for the professional and personal brand. But WhatsApp is also really good because you can build these communities, build groups of people, build groups of investors or other sources, and just talk to them every day. A lot of people say to me when I tell them to build these WhatsApp groups, they say, I don't want to build 257 people in a group. I don't want 257 people. You don't need to. If you have 20 people in a group, including you, you've got 19 people. Each of them will know another 10 people. So you don't have to add them to the group, but you can have a lot better chance. I mean, that too. If you have 20 people in.
Sorry about that, Harry. I think my audio just got cut in there. Carry on, please.
No, it's yeah. So you don't need to build these big groups. You can bring 19 people into a group to have 20 in a group, but you can guarantee that each of those people in the group, if you put in, I need a broker, one of those 20 people will know a broker. Or if I need a plasterer, one of those 20 people will need a broker. So just build, even if you're looking to build a small community, build small communities, just make them effective.
Great stuff. So next question that's coming in, what content do I post? Because it's all great, sounds fantastic, but how's that supposed to work? How do you get over that fear of posting? I think you covered that earlier on, but some people just they run to the hills rather than to getting in front of a camera. How would you overcome that?
The first way is if you it depends. It's personal. If you are someone who hates it, like really hates it, start commenting, start doing the likes. Something I do, and I still do today. I've never watched back one of my videos because I can't stand my voice unless I have to edit them. The live videos I never watch back because I can't stand the sound of my voice listening back. That's something I do. Lives, I mean, people think, oh, I don't want to go live, but if I mess it up, because I mess it up. If you're really scared to do a video, a live may help you, because doing the live means you can't just go, and switch it off and just forget about it because there's people watching. It forces you to take the action. And once you get over the fact that people make mistakes and say I'm all the time. I mean, if someone counts how many times I've said I'm on this video, they probably have quite a large tally, and it doesn't matter because it's genuine. So once people get over that and they're used to live videos, they can do anything. So I personally suggest posting live videos. What do you post? Talk about your day, things happen in your day all the time. You can talk about anything. If your car breaks down, talk about how your car just broke down. Build that personal brand. Building a personal brand is sharing your personal experiences. So share them. It's as simple as that.
That's great stuff. The last question here is, what makes a network effective in your words?
So having an effective network, as I said earlier, I know people with 20, 30,000 connections on LinkedIn. You go on their profile, they don't have a job. It's not effective. So having an effective network is connecting with each people you bring to your network. It's all good having hundreds and hundreds of people in your network. But if you don't know what they do and they don't know what you do, it's not going to make a difference to your business. Connecting with them, when you connect with them, like I said, every morning I'll connect with people. I'll send them a message, either inviting them to my WhatsApp group, or if they're in a certain industry that I'm looking to maybe learn about or work with, I'll send them a message and just say, can we jump on a call?
That's great.
That's how I do it.
That's great. And I think, there's a lot to be said about a numbers game. And you've got to start from somewhere. And and you've got to be in it to win it. If you do this I often, as I like my 80s movies. I use the analogy, the wax on and the wax off. You've got to practice every day. And it's not about moving your hands, wax on, wax on. It's basically rinse, repeat, refine. And in doing so, you've got to get into a rhythm. And with that particular rhythm, in this case, it is reaching out to the universe to find out the people that are interested in the message that you are sharing, what resonates with them. And then from there to encourage them to start a conversation. And if there's anything I could share with you, isn't that how we started? It was from somebody else, a different platform, and here we are a couple of days or a couple of months down the line, and we're making it all work. So what I wanted to do again with the group is I've asked all of my guests to share with us or leave with us some goodie bags and some takeaways. Now, Harry, he's been very special. He has created some video content for us in terms of how he has built up his online community using his 3 favorite platforms. That's Facebook, that's LinkedIn, and his super favorite is in WhatsApp. Now, I don't use WhatsApp, but I think having seen the content that he shared, maybe, you know, I need to tap him on the shoulder and have him basically guide me through how to build my community. As a big thank you for coming onto the show, Harry, we're going to basically put that video content in the CRM for Property Success group. So anybody who is either watching this live stream, or you may be watching this live stream on a replay, come and join the CRM for Property Success group. Why would you want to do that? Well, number one, if you are looking to have systems to really drive, to streamline and to secure more deals in whatever property strategy that you are currently using within your property business, come along into the group. It's all about content, it's about insights and sharing what it is that we do and how we've helped other customers who are looking to basically refine that process with all of the community. So that's number one. Number two, whilst you're already there, you might want to grab yourself a CRM Property Success guide. It's a free guide that you can just download. And also we run workshops as well. So this is how Harry found us. He came along to one of our workshops, probably thought about that the headline, which is what the heck is a CRM, but more importantly is how can a CRM, in particular a CRM as a system, really transform my property business? And it can be in all different walks of life. So I think Harry's piece that he shared with us today is probably at the very beginning of that long process. And again, just to reinforce that, is without a community, you've got nowhere to share your profile. You can't start to bring awareness to what you do, but more importantly, to build your credibility. And you should be sharing with people that are interested in what you're doing about what you're doing every day. And I think what Harry has mentioned is it's not just about the personal stuff, but it's also the business stuff, but also sprinkle it in between. And Harry, do you have maybe a good sort of mix? What's your sort of proportional mix in terms of, you know, work stuff as well as personal stuff? What would you suggest?
Well, that's the thing. See, I don't use different. I use different platforms for different things. So I use Facebook for personal. I use LinkedIn for professional. WhatsApp is a mixture of both. This is what I'm trying to convey, is you've got to assess what platform you use for what social media content.
Not a problem. Harry, your camera has basically disappeared and it's given me a big blank page with a round circle on it, which is not a problem. I wanted just to thank you for your time. I think we've overrun slightly, and you're back. Thank you very much. I don't know what you did there, but thank you very much. But you're back. Would you like to maybe share with the community, if they wanted to get in touch with you, know a little bit more about what you do, how would be the best way for them to reach out to you?
Yeah, so if you're looking to join our free networking WhatsApp groups, just text yes to 077 333 93825. You can go on our website, www.hwpropertysolutions.com. We've just launched a premium group where we give away free content calendars every month so that you know what to post, and premium networking events, and we also give you one-to-one sessions to help you build an effective network for your business.
Awesome. Christmas is fast approaching. If you found the stream useful, if you were struggling maybe in trying to get a presence online, how to go and do that, I'd highly recommend to maybe come along and download that guide, which I'll upload to the group shortly. And I think last thing to say is, Harry, thank you very much for your time, and as I always say with all my guests, thank you very much for your takeaway and your gifts, and give everybody a wave.
Cheers, Stephen. Thanks for having me on.
See you later. Take care.